Welcome back, Best Uni crew. It's Sugar. So I'm coming on to show y'all how I made my ashtray. So I'll go to Silhouette and I save an SVG file. I save each piece by itself, and then I bring it over to Tinkercad. So I'm using Tinkercad. Tinkercad is a 3D software that you can use with SVGs. Then you can just turn any part of it to a 3D print. So what I did was I found the SVG I thought was cute, and I did an offset around it, and then I did an inner offset for the offset. Then the picture that I chose is going to be the inside of it. So I shrunk it to make sure it fits the inner offset. So the first part, you want to save the first offset, and then you want to save the inner offset, and then you'll put your picture up. So that's what I'm doing. I'm going to upload all three pieces. You got to save them separately, by the way, if you're going to bring them over to Tinkercad and make a 3D print. So you go in and find all the ones that you saved. All three pieces uploaded into Tinkercad. Now I'm going to shrink it. And before you bring it over, you should size it whatever size you want it to be. But I want it to be a little more smaller. So I'm going to just hold down the shift button and I'm going to push it in. All right. Okay. And I'm going to look at it from the angles. Okay. So I'm going to lift the pink and the blue up out of the center. So I'm going to click on them if I can get them to highlight. Highlight the blue. You see over here, it's showing you got the blue. So then I find the pink. Okay, it's showing me I got the pink. Hold down your shift button and select the blue. And if you look over here, it's showing you got two colors selected. So you see this little black triangle thing here. You want to pull it, hold your button down here, and pull it up. Like hold your mouse down and then pull it up. Okay, and then we're going to use this one here, which is the offset of the back part, which is going to be our outline. We're going to raise that as high as we can get it. Like, it's on you how big you want your ashtray to be now. I'm going to do this 3/4. Okay? And so now, I'm just going to grab this pink. And I'm going to rotate it. And I'm going to bring it down from the bottom. Okay? Now, I'm going to turn this beige one into a hole. When you turn it into a hole, you can see through it. So I'm going to click that, and it turned my beige one through to a hole so I can see how far to drag that pink down. Of course, you want to leave a little space between that bottom and that top because you want to be able to have a bottom. So I'm going to highlight this pink again. I'm going to turn it upside down so I can see. And if you look right here, you see the little white square here? That's where you can pull from. So you just be pulling it down. Okay, when you're able to see it like that, that means it's too low. So we need a little space between it. So look from the sides. It looks like it's got some space in between. Okay. Okay, it looks like it got some space in between it. So now I'm going to turn my hole back into a solid, which you just touched the color that it was. This is whole, this is solid. And you can change it any color you want it to be by doing this here. Here you highlight this pink. Use this square up here from the top, and I'm gonna bring it down some because I don't want it to slice my blue. So while I got the pink highlighted, I'm gonna go over here and push hold, and it turns it into a hole. Now I'm gonna highlight the pink and the black only, just the pink and the black. And then I'm gonna go up here where it's like group. So now my black has that hole in it. It got the offset hole. So now I just need to drop down my blue up in there. And before I do that, I'm gonna make it kind of small like that. Then I'm just gonna drop it down in there. Turn this back into a hole because I need to see if it's laying on it or is it like, okay. So you can see it still is up in the air. And highlight both. And I'm gonna deselect the black. So now that is highlighted. Right here, this little black triangle, you just drop it down and it'll show you if you're getting close to it or inside. So I went too low. That means inside of it. Right here, let's zoom in so we can see. You might need to change it another color. But from the bottom, you can tell if it's on there or not. You see like these little ridges in it. Let me change it. Seems like my screen is darker or something right now. For me, I don't know how to brighten it. Sure, it's connected. Now looking at the bottom. Let's see. From the bottom, I'm gonna highlight it, and I'm gonna get this little square here. Got a triangle, and I'm going to try to make it come through just a little more. I think it is there, but I want to make sure. Let's see. I feel like it's not down on there. Still up in the air. Okay. So it's still up too tight, too high. Okay, you see the outline in here? That's my bottom. You see how it's reflecting in there? It means it's touching the bottom. Hope I'm making sense. I'm still learning myself. I'm just trying to help some people that was asking questions earlier. Another thing you can do is highlight both and then you can group it. And sometimes that'll do something if you turn that one into a hole. Let's see. But usually I just sit mine on top. I decided to let, the one I did on top just like this because I wanted two different colors. Now, if I sliced it in there, I will have to start my bottom off a certain kind of way. But I just sitting it on top like this. And then, like I said, make sure it's touching. Not turning it into a hole. Okay. Turn that back yellow. Okay. Let me zoom out. Everything look good to me. I'm gonna highlight both. And then I'm just gonna go to export. I didn't group it. I'm gonna show you another way. I'm gonna go to export. I'm gonna go to STL. Okay, so that's one way. I'm gonna show you another way right quick. Okay, so if you don't want to have to switch the colors entirely too much, and you just want like a deep cut in the middle of it, you can always turn that blue part into a hole. But you need to make sure it's enough into the material to be able to be sliced. So let's see. We'll turn this into a hole if I can see. Highlight both again. Hold down Shift, deselect the outline. Zoom in. Okay. Bring it down some. In between where the last one did. But let's just see that. Before I do anything, I'm going to bring it up from the top by using this square here. Between it, I don't know if you can see it or not, but right here looks like a line, so it's half through. You want it to be halfway through it. So we're gonna turn this back to a solid. I'll highlight both, and we're gonna group it. Come in from the top to see. And let's see if we do it right this time. Look like this. Since it's like a slice situation. It's not coming through the bottom. You do not want it to come through the bottom. That's how you know if you did good or not. But this is what it's gonna look like. It's gonna be more of detailed cutout. So it's gonna be raised up in the middle here. And the other one is really just laying on top, so it will be more flat. This one here is more detailed. So if you slice it into the center of it, halfway, it'll do more detail. And then the other one will just be flat on top. But the one I did was flat on top. So, and then I used the different shapes over here to make the little side things here. And then I just place it where I want to go and then shrink it. No special way or nothing. I just shrink it and then I rotate it. You can always hold down Shift and do whatever you need to do. So you can put it over here or over here, wherever you want your cigarette holders to be. And then I go here with a little arrow that's going like a rainbow. And then I click here, go 90. Switch it again, go 90 again. Till it's like on the right side I want it to be on. The bottom part. Okay. So then I just line it up where I want it to go. And then I drop it down up in there like that. So if it's as wide as you want it to be or small as you want it to be, you can hold down Shift and then you can drag it in or outwards. But you want it to be covering, not in between like that. You want it to be covering the area you want to slice. So you'll turn this piece into a hole, which is over here. And then, okay, before you turn the cut, you'll go right here, you'll highlight it, you'll duplicate it over here with these little squares there by the garbage can. And once you push it, then it just nudge your other one right across from there or wherever you feel fit that would look good. Okay, and then you'll highlight all. You can bring that one down a little more or whatever, and then you just nudge it, highlight all, and then you'll group it, and then it'll cut it off for both sides. Okay, so like I said, it's up to you what you want yours to look like. I'm still practicing, but that's what I did so far. But this one right here is like a deeper cut in the inside, which I thought was cute. If you wanted more detail, you can always just put it through it halfway, turn it into a hole and slice it. If not, you just put it on top of it and group them together. So then you'll take it over to your software and your software will print everything you needed to print. Okay, so I have the Creality K1, so I can only have one color at a time. So I will have to figure out which layer it will be for me to switch my colors over by pulling this thing up and down here. Okay, so if I run about 25, I would want to put a different color in to get the details of this part here. And you just kind of got to pay attention to it, because if you don't, it's going to shade and highlight all of everything that don't supposed to be a certain color. And you don't want that. So when we get to about the second layer, shading, let's see, about 28 at the max. 26, not 28, 26, somewhere in there. When it's going to continue to shave, I would switch the color back to whatever my base is going to be if I want the detail work. And other than that, it takes 1 hour and 50 to print this one, but the first one I did was 3 hours, so this one's a smaller one. Okay, and this is what it looks like. I didn't do a lot of holes. I don't smoke. I was gonna give it as a gift. I just wanted to see, can I do it? I stopped at mid-print too because I was tired. But so far, this is what it's looking like. And I, you can put some resin or something in there. It started looking regular. Because my temps was too high. So once I got my temps straight, it started looking back normal. So, yeah. So, yeah, make sure y'all comment, like, and subscribe to the channel. Let me know how I did. It's pretty thick. I think it's pretty sturdy. Like I said, I'll put some resin or something in it to give it that gloss effect. But, yeah, y'all have a blessed one.